Don't look under the internet.
Toaster strudel.
What?
Yes. Love that.
Didn't even know.
What are you saying? Hello, everybody.
What is
He's
happening?
answering your question.
Welcome to Don't Look Under the
I
Internet.
straight answered his question, and he gaslighted me.
Yeah. Welcome to Don't Look Under the
He doesn't
Internet,
remember his
everybody.
own thoughts.
Shut up! I'm doing the intro.
Don't let Mike finish.
This isn't the rule
What
of
else do we
three.
have?
Title of your sex tape. Boom! Got him.
Yeah, this is Don't Look Under the Internet, a show about internet.
Takes a drink.
Horror comedy.
Oh man, you got it.
Mine-
It took a minute, but
3 in a row. That's 3 episodes.
Yeah, you like that?
We'll give this a 0.5.
Yeah.
That's Jason.
hello.
That's Doug.
What do?
What?
That's Matt, aka Moodylicious, aka Moody rocking everywhere.
Boy, it might be.
And
this is one of these days, isn't it?
and I'm here too.
Didn't start that way.
Your other host.
Yes. Other host too.
Host too. I'm Mike. Nice to meet you. Hi. So just like last episode where we were like, we're doing Ash Vlogs for episode Hundo P. We're
Yes,
like episode 101. Gotta keep this motherfucker rolling.
Keep the celebration going.
Boy, howdy, do we do that? Let me tell you something about this, boys.
This is going so well.
I have some fun shit in mind that I'm going to go over. I'm very excited about it.
Are you excited about
But-
your content, Mike?
Yes, I am. But before I do that, I got to go into a little world that's called the Diluti.
Clap.
Housekeeping.
Above your head.
We have 2, maybe 3. And I say that because did I shout Bunko
Shouldn't be a
Funk out
maybe.
last week?
But
Yes.
what?
Bunk, I did. Okay,
Yes, you did.
go fuck yourself, Bunko Funk. You don't get to.
Mike,
No,
you
hi,
just need to
Bunko
listen.
Fuck.
You just need to listen to the episode that we
Yeah.
did last week. Just the first, 5 to 10 minutes,
I
just to
should.
make sure.
I should. We also have Gabriel John. Did I shout him out?
God, Mike.
I don't remember.
This is the week
Gabriel
of free
John.
shout-outs, everybody.
Yes.
We doesn't matter
And
when you
then-
signed up.
We have the myth, the legend, who popped right in, right at the best time. We have Toast Crumble.
Buzzer beater.
Yeah, got in.
Yeah.
Got in like half hour before recording. Good fucking job, Toast Crumble. You're beautiful. I'm glad you're here.
Cross tumbler.
Yeah, that. If you want to be here, we do live recordings every Tuesday night with our $10 patrons. You want to be a part of this? You want the bonus content that comes with it? You want to see me play a game every now and then? You want to see some other things? Then you go to patreon.com/DelutiPod and then you chuck
Jesus.
in something or you do nothing.
Or,
You
yeah.
ain't going to get much if you do that nothing route, but it is always an option.
Again, man, you still get 4 episodes every month. 1 episode a week. Everybody gets that.
Yeah, everyone gets one.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Except-
the mantra we have.
Except Toast Crumble will probably get one next week as well, because Mike will forget.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So another shout out for everyone you heard today. Next week. Don't worry.
Go fuck yourself.
Go.
So,
Fuck yourself.
does anyone want to do a?
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
should
say-
say, can anyone do a brisk
Does anyone want
TLDR
to?
of what we covered last week? And if not, I have an idea.
No skills.
Well, I think so here's what I think is happening right
I don't know
now.
what the idea is.
I think Mike is presenting an option for one of the 3 of us to do this, but also he's going to make this 4th option of him just taking control of it. I think that's what we're going to go with.
Jason, I'm choosing you. I'm picking you.
We're gonna bypass. It's a
But I
veto.
want to know what it
It's
is.
I also, damn it, Mike.
Here
You're
it is.
playing
Wanna
out
know
of
thing?
curiosity.
So here's what you can do. So to recap last episode, go listen to last episode. Anyway,
Nailed it.
Oh,
That's what I would have done.
that was not worth it. I'm
Jason,
so sorry,
give me
everybody.
the TLDRist of TLDRs.
All right, TLDR from
You fucking
what you
figured
missed
it out.
last time. Yeah, you figured it out. But basically, we found a it looks like a vlog from somebody named Ashley, who was uploading her day-to-day goings-on. Previous to this happening, there were a lot of very cryptic messages being thrown out on Reddit, all over the internet, really. And eventually we find out that something, we're not sure what, something happened to Ashley. And several different YouTube, I guess, icons.
Raka.
Raka, as well as Ash herself from Ash Vlogs, and a few other channels were all kind of concerned with what was actually going on, as some very, very strange and stalkery videos were found in the unlisted, or in the description of these videos as unlisted videos. We're not sure what happened to Ash. We have not yet made it through all of the Ash Vlogs content. We're close.
Working our way through 2018.
Yeah,
making our way downtown.
Yep, so last week we ended at what July
Yep.
was the last month we did,
It sure was.
and we ended with Raka, basically talking about his visit to the murder farm, as well as a few different connections between Raka, Ash Vlogs. Ash Vlogs being the people who are controlling Ash Vlogs, that we kind of know as an acronym that we talked about a bunch last week.
I know where she is.
Yes.
And there was some Tokyo drifting involved.
And there was a bunch of Tokyo drifting involved. Also, Bandcamp is a very large portion of this section. But no, we left off with
days.
Yeah, the last thing we left off with though was the Raka murder farm expose, I guess you can call it.
Further marm.
Yeah, so not the murder farm. We leave off with Raka basically being like, "Come and get me. Here's my address."
Oh, right. He taunted the.
He taunted. I know where she is.
And they were all like, fuck you, I
They're
know
like,
where you live, bitch.
We already knew that.
Yep.
And here we are.
And here we are. So after taunting him and clues galore
Didn't
being
mention the
found.
backyard wrestling.
There's so much backyard wrestling. It's like the WWE of Australian hillbillies, I want to say. Or
This was
nor
just called Bush Babies.
or nor. It's just 619.
Can we
Mike.
say that?
Bush
Can we
babies.
say that on air?
Yes.
Bush Babies? I hope so.
Here's where we're starting off now. So after Raka basically being like, "Here's my addy," and some creepy like videos of people stalking Danny's house and Sev, who is one of the people that work with Raka. Oh, I should start this off with my note that says Mario voice. Here we go.
I was worried you were going to skip that one.
Yes, I had to add that in.
Mike has to write his jokes down.
I do, otherwise I forget. So August 3rd, we have Sev uploading another video of a stalker outside of her house again. This is pretty much just her recording off of like what looks like her like a Blink type of thing. You know what I mean?
What?
The security camera, Blink.
Blink type of thing.
Yeah, Blink type of thing, you idiot.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No, I'm on board.
Yeah, August 4th, we have a Discord member that was sent an email from the We Are Ashley Gmail account, which I'm just a TLDR that one. We've mentioned it briefly in the last episode. It's a Gmail account that was sending out like cryptic like messages and stuff to some Discord members, and also to, I believe, the Raka guys themselves were getting some messages from it as well.
It might as well have just been called Actually Definitely Ashley
Yeah,
at gmail.com.
Super Ashley at
Absolutely,
gmail.com.
for sure. No questions asked. This is Ashley.
Yes. So a Discord member was sent an email from them with a hint to use the Stag Hide program, which they've been using in the past. We just pretty much said, hey, they use this to figure out some context clues to other puzzles. But we were sent a hint to use it on a clue that was kind of stumping the Discord. You'll notice this as we go along, but Discord is getting these puzzles as we go, and they are hardly keeping on top of it. They are just flying by the grace of their buttocks.
Oh, yeah. There's no rhyme or reason to.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody has like an end goal. They're all just kind of dealing with problems as they arise.
They're, oh God, he uploaded a butt. Cipher. It means booty. Like, that's pretty much what happens.
Run it through
We
every
operate our
cipher.
Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It's very reactive.
Yeah. August 5th, a day after that, August 5th, Danny and his friend, it's your boy Jaygasm, who's a reoccurring member on Raka Raka's stuff. They were actually removed from the Discord after a few issues with other members until the I know where she is, user who was running everything decided that he wanted Danny to be back in the server. At this point, because of the last video that Danny uploaded where he's like, here's my Addy, come and get me, he's claiming that now in his neighborhood, some of the kids, why is he talking to kids? I don't fucking know.
That's a whole other question.
Some of these kids are starting to
Recruiting
receive...
them for illegal underground.
That's called grooming, Matt. That's what that's called, and it's not right.
Wrestling grooming. WWB, World Wrestling Babies. Let's go.
Yo, there's money in that for
There
sure.
is. But he claims that some of these kids are getting harassing phone calls from blocked numbers. And he's sending he's sending these videos to the Ash Vlogs Instagram account. And the Ash Vlogs account runner was tracked down by Danny. He sent out like a hit essentially. In the video, he's like, I put out a bounty, $12,000 to whoever can track down this dude's IP address and get me some information. And they're like, what? Hang on, I got to do $12,000, mate. $12,000 dues, mate. We don't have that kind of money. I'm horrible with you.
I'm really happy that accent didn't go anywhere.
Thank you. But so he gets this information. He basically puts it on Craigslist, which I think over there is called Gumtree. I'm making kind of a slight joke, but there's a place called Gumtree that is basically a Facebook marketplace / Craigslist. But he basically puts an ad out on this like Craigslist for someone to be able, here's $12K, get me this guy's IP addresses, information, all this shit. Comes back successful. So he opens up this Skype call, and he calls, I know where she is. Like he calls her on Skype. And everyone in the Raka Raka group is there, like watching this, checking it out, watching what's happening. Nothing happens at first. It just kind of rings and goes to nothing. And then finally someone picks up. And it's just like, it looks like an old man. You don't see the face all that much. It's, I don't remember if it's blurred out or if it's just like above the frame. But it's this old man and he just starts like writing shit down. And then they have it blurred out, but they're like, oh my God, that's so-and-so's address. That's so-and-so's phone number. And the old man starts showing even like these children's phone numbers on the screen. And some of these kids are like Raka Raka's like cousin or like his nephew and shit.
Dude, this
and
video
it shows
has...
their address and they're like, this is fucked up. Like he's showing us our address and shit. They know where we live, yada, yada, yada.
This video for me is one of the core memory from when I watched through this shit the first time.
It is pretty creepy. And they keep going back.
It's horrifying.
He's a fucking prick, this Danny from Raka Raka, because he taunts the I know where she is guy.
That's his whole shtick, though.
The guy answers and basically tells him like, hey, fuck off, and then hangs up and he calls him again. He's like, all right, well, here's everyone's address. Don't fuck with me anymore. He just keeps fucking calling him. And he's like, no, I want to see where this goes. Yeah. At one point, he's like, no, I want to get as much of this on film as I can as evidence. It ain't going to help you, pal. I'm sorry. You're just doing some harm to yourself. So after that, the entire Raka Raka group is pretty much freaking the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
August.
Would you not be?
Oh, 100%. The moment I saw my address being held up on a piece of paper by an old man, I'm moving.
I'm looking at houses.
I'm shutting down the YouTube channel. I am changing my name. I'm moving to Spain or Guatemala.
I'm going to invest in some tinfoil.
Yep, you ain't finding me.
Yeah.
I'm going on Cricket Mobile. You're not finding me with shit.
I'm going to live inside a fucking Faraday cage.
Yeah, you ain't finding nothing. So after all this happened, on August 9th, the I know where she is sends out emails to Discord members again. And this time he's asking them to draw the I know where she is symbol on their arm. It's that like stick figure looking fellow that I posted on the Instagram. And he wants them to send a reply back with a photo of their arms as proof. Inside of these emails were letters that were initially bolded for reasons.
It was different emails, had different bolded letters. So
for
they had to
reasons.
like come together to figure that one out.
There's so many reasons. It's a puzzle. August 10th.
Mike loves all of this. He's so interested. He's on board.
August 10th.
Okay, August 10th.
August 10th. I'm 10 days in.
Schmaugust.
I know where she is. Replied to the Discord members that tagged their arms with this email. On this email, it says the tag suits you. Should do it every day. As a reminder, bunch of code. If you still can't get it even after the next upload, consider subscribing to the Racket channel. Might be more your speed. See you soon.
Ooh, dis.
Ooh.
Got him.
Call the
So-
Bondulance.
The code that is in there is actually a partial URL that leads to a SoundCloud page with the title Bad Boy. The artwork that is shown on this SoundCloud is of a computer screen, and when you clean up said artwork, you get the words, "Would you like to watch? Ready to stream." The audio is Ash and Alice, who has brought an old high school computer over to Alice brought an old high school computer over to Ash's place. Alice says that they aren't going to hurt it with this bad boy. We're getting there.
Is this the one with all the stickers around the frame and stuff?
Yes.
Very nice.
So you hear in this audio, you hear Alice saying that she's not going to hurt it with the bad boy. She says that they aren't sure if you can see, but it's called C2F.exe with the strange little dude symbol on it. They're going to open it and see what the deal is with this bad boy.
Hey, how'd that go, Mike?
We're going to find out here soon enough.
Did that go well for them, for Ash?
I don't know because it doesn't get uploaded for like another 5 days.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. We'll find out, Jason. Spoilers.
I'm just excited.
I know. It's a really fun episode.
Cybersecurity professional pro tip. If somebody mails you a hard drive, a random program on it,
Shut up.
Maybe get rid of it.
yeah, maybe don't just like plug it into your fucking laptop and run it and see what happens.
Especially if it's got like a cult symbol on it. Your first instinct should be, trash.
I don't care about this.
So they want to go see what's on it, and then a loud, high-pitched noise can be heard once they open it up. We then flash forward. It's still that same day, but this is a separate entity. If we flash over to Rakaraka's channel, you actually see on Rakaraka's video, I spoke to a real-life serial killer. You'll see that Ash Vlogs, a.k.a. I Know Where She Is taking the actual credit for kicking Danny from the Discord. So now it's confirmed that for some reason, I Know Where She Is kicked Danny out of the Discord and then was immediately just like, bring him back in. Just bring him back in.
Real power move.
Yeah, he says, sorry for kicking you from the Discord, Danny, but we're done using you for now. Many people think that this was used to cause drama and fighting throughout the Discord, especially with Danny, who then made an Instagram post stating that all of the people in the Discord was in on the whole Ash Vlogs thing that's going on, which
It would explain a lot.
it would explain a lot,
yeah.
yes. So, August 16th, a Discord member was able to use the bolded letters from the emails that came from I Know Where She Is, and then literally brute force their way through multiple missing letters to create a streamable link.
Yep.
This motherfucker was like, fuck, I'm not waiting. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and just went through everything multiple times to where he finally got this glitchy ass audio and video showing an image of this abandoned house. And it's got that, like, I Know Where She Is, like, stick figure symbol painted
Once again,
on it. Yeah, it's all over the fucking walls and everything. And you can hear nothing but screaming going on in this video.
As is tradition.
Same day. Here you go, Jason. Are you ready?
Thank you.
Same day.
This is one of the most important parts in the entire fucking ARG. So,
Yep.
guys,
Listen up.
forgive me for being excited.
No pressure.
So
Yeah, no
August
pressure, Mike.
16th.
Don't fuck
Thank
it
you.
up.
I will try not to. August 16th. Still on August 16th. The infamous C2F.exe video was uploaded by Ash Vlogs.
C2F, huh?
6 days after we heard the audio for it. What we see in this video is we see Ash and Alice coming across a hard drive that was sent in the mail, and it's got what she calls the. She pulls out of the box. She's like, this bad boy. She's talking about the hard drive, and it's got the symbol on it.
Mike, are you making a
6
connection?
days earlier, we already heard the audio for this video.
Yep.
Weird.
Very fucking weird. Hey, it's another one of those little instances where you realize
this happened earlier.
Yes, this is not Ash. This is just Who is it?
What
So-
are we so weird?
Ashley and Alice plugged this hard drive into Alice's old shitty computer, and Alice is just like, we won't hurt it with the bad boy. It's fine. The moment they plug it in, it's just like pop-ups, like the fucking where it's like doom, doom,
Yep.
doom, 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 doom. Just get a fuckload of pop-ups on the screen, and then not long after that,
See my note, like 5 minutes ago.
yeah,
Yes.
we tried to warn you. So not long after that, you get this music that just like kicks into play, and then you see these men that just appear at Ash Vlog's like front door. And like these headlights like turn on.
Yep.
It's creepy as shit. Like you hear this music, all this shit's going on. There's these random like weird imagery that's coming up on the screen. And then like while they're watching, they're like, this is some fucked up shit. Headlights just turn on right in front of their fucking window. And there's just these two dudes just right outside the door trying to get in. I'm okay.
Whoa. Bless you.
So panicking, Ash and Alice start to call the fucking police because yeah, I would too. And that's just kind of where it ends.
Yeah. Oh, it ends very, very abruptly.
It ends with them tweaking the fuck out. There's two men trying to get into their door, and they're
Tweaking out, they're just sitting there doing meth.
yeah, they're freaking out for no reason, even though there's two people trying to get into their goddamn house.
I'm freaking out, man.
So there are hidden tags for this video. There are a bunch of numbers, a streamable link, and an Imgur link. The streamable link takes you to these tags that go to a black and white video of this girl like skipping rope.
Skipping to her loo.
Double Dutch?
Yeah, like skipping to her loo. The Imgur link takes you to an image of a Google Drive, which has a link in it with the words, "Thank you for the strike, YouTube. It makes no difference." There is a video linked in the description of the Ash Vlogs video. And the
is this the emote? Like the.
yeah, it's like a half scissor emoji.
So, okay, this is in the C2F.exe video, right?
Yeah.
So, again, I know we mentioned this in the first part, and we said that this was the very first unlisted video. So imagine that this is how you entered the rabbit hole of the unlisted Ash Vlogs video. It's very chaotic.
Yep. And what you get from this video, it's only like, I think 3 minutes long. But it's this very sped up footage of someone walking down a dark hallway, and they just like heading outside, and they seem very frantic. There is audio over the footage that says phrases such as "I am the tagger," and it looks like whoever is filming this is chasing this girl that is like, unfortunately, only in her underwear. So
I mean, that sounds like
I'm
a
gonna
pretty good
go ahead
life,
and
man.
go with like a trigger warning on this one because it seems kind
Trigger
of
underwear.
no. It seems like she's trying to escape from him. And boy, to quote this video I'm about to play real quick.
I start to sprint down the hallway at her, and she looks back and she's like, "Ah!" And then she gives chase, so now we're like booking it down the corridor at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gaining on her. And we're getting to the end of the hallway, and she's going into that like dead end.
So that's it. So he's gaining on her. He's gaining on this lady hard. Like she is trying her best to run away, and he is just right at her, and he's gaining on her. Every so often you'll see a frame of the video of what looks like skin that has just been like cut up and is all bloodied.
What?
It's pretty fucked up. And then you see this dark shed with the stick figure symbol thing, the "I know where she is" symbol on the wall. There's a computer monitor that is turned on and in the corner, and in the corner of the room, and it's on this blue tarp. And on this blue tarp as well is a girl laying down. We don't really know who this woman is at this point.
Okay.
It's kind of a mystery right now. Her arms are all tied up behind her back, and she is struggling. And then the door just opens up. The door of the shed opens up, and the screen goes black. But not before it flashes these like glitchy images of what looks like a person with like a potato sack over their head. And then the description of the video has some more wonky donkey words / numbers in them. So on this same day, there's a lot going on in this
There's
day. It's
so
pretty
much.
fucking heavy.
Yeah.
On this same day, Ash Vlogs uploads an image to her Instagram with a description, "Always nice having visitors." And in the image, you can see this scrambled ass text, and you can use a cipher to decode it, and it leads you to this tiny URL link. This leads to an image, again, of a Google Drive, and in there, this image is called boxes.png. If you edit this image around a bunch, there's just a lot of this shit. If you edit this image around a lot, you get this hidden code that when you use this code along with previous code that I mentioned in July, it's that weird one where it's like Hilgerach and like Tai. Weird words that made no sense. It makes no sense, but I mentioned it back in July.
Okay.
But if you scramble this code and that code together, you get this video. I'm sorry, you get this like decoded message in the hidden tags of the video that says, "I can hear them through the walls." Still on August 16th. If you're using the phrase "I can hear them through the walls" as the password on the heightenedsense.jpg, which again is another puzzle that was found back in July, it'll lead you to an Ash Vlogs video called "Maybe I'm Paranoid." In this video, it shows someone driving a car around Adelaide. They're listening in on a phone conversation between two women. One is telling the other one that she might have a following now. She also mentions how she's starting to recognize familiar faces at her photo shoots, but thinks she might just be being paranoid. She asks the woman if she can help her decide which shots are better, and if she wants to have a girls' night. The video ends with the car pulling over and someone getting out of the car. At the same day, if you're on the Stingray Bandcamp, a new album was just uploaded, and it's called Sup Jords, which is a reference back to Jordan.
The Uber driver.
The Uber driver, 1 star.
Uber driver.
Uber driver.
There are 9 tracks on this album, and there are phone recordings of Jordan answering the phone, but nobody's responding to him. They're just more ghost calls. The descriptions for the tracks and a spectrogram of each piece of audio reveals a character and a phrase. Using these characters and phrases found in the spectrograms, in the order of the first column of the album cover, leads you to a partial Snapchat code. Ooh. August 25th. I Know Where She Is led Discord members on what they called a day out.
Ooh.
Pretty much getting everybody out of their homes and a little scavenger hunt outside. So people on Instagram and on Discord immediately found out that there's basically a scavenger hunt going on where there's a set of bronze pig statues called A Day Out that were located in the Rundle Mall in Adelaide. A member of the Discord headed out to the mall in search of a clue. About an hour later, Ash Vlogs' Instagram page uploads and posts the clue for the rest of the players on their story. They even gave you some fucking GPS tags. They're like, it's over here. Go fucking find it, stupids.
They made this one easy.
Once all the clues were found and an image was tweaked around with to form another cryptic ass clue, it links you to this video that is called Let Me Be Your Teddy Bear. And it's showing a white car driving down Wicker Road, which is in Adelaide. And it's a very creepy video of what appears to be just straight up screaming in the background.
Oh, yeah. Lots of screaming.
As is
Lots of
tradition.
pain, lots of horror, dread, terror, what have you.
Yep. This road has been used on, other videos that we're going to get to, previous and future.
The location of this one is actually pretty important, so take note of that one.
This location was used for this gathering of clues called Finding C2F.exe, which I'm pretty sure we're going to get to later on.
We shall.
Yes, we shall.
There were these weird edits that were found in the signposts of this video, and they appear to be tampered with. The first being a reference back to RSUTO, which I again covered in July. Another contained a cipher for She's a Dead Girl. There is a sign, a picture of a sign that made a reference to Stingray's Bandcamp.
It's like 2 Stingray emojis and like
then
BC
Yep.
and then C or something. Yeah.
There is another image of a Spotify logo on a sign. It was really blurry, but someone found it. And it had this link to a playlist. Players found the playlist. It was called For the Long Drive Back. And the cover art was this like creepy red square. With wingdings surrounding it and the I Know Where She Is symbol.
Fucking Wingdings prophecy.
Wingding prophecy, brother.
I'm so happy that this is very Wingdings heavy. I just need everyone to know that.
The red square turns out to be a QR code that, when scanned, leads you to another protected text document with the password being dust, which when you were looking at or listening to the C2F.exe YouTube video, that is a song that is being played in the background.
So what I'm hearing right now is that
A lot of shit.
you just need to have your mental game turned up to fucking 11.
You need to know everything that's going on in every video and upload.
This is insane.
The wingdings translates into clean your basement.
Clean your basement, right?
Which is a super popular phrase that is used on the Discord when they just keep picking on I Know Where She Is about their dirty basement. If you keep looking through this protected text website, you get a multitude of different tabs. One tab leads you to this white image with a bunch of X's on it. There's another tab called tab 21 that contains the text empty tab. Haha. Tab 22 contains the text cleaned it up for you. 23 contains the text empty, tricked you. And tab 24 contains the text empty tab, the real Discord says hello. And it also has a link to it, which indicates that the other Discord server already solved this clue back in August 18th. It says the image is titled Hi from the True Discord, and in the description it reads, we bet it will be a week before you even see this. And then if you try to save the file, it's called hello. So there's two Discords going on. One is way smarter than the other. It was found out that if you take all the X's from the previous image that was found, and you put it against the Spotify playlist, and the track names for some of the songs into a URL, you get this Imgur link. This brings you to the final piece of that Snapchat code. We got a partial Snapchat code earlier. Now we got the final piece.
Fucking making progress.
So now if you go on...
The I Know Where She Is game master is taunting the stupid Discord
100%.
about
Like,
being behind the
You're class B.
Under.
You're,
which you glossed over a couple of things, but I have to imagine that when, like, I'm not saying that you didn't cover them, but like I have to imagine that when some of these clues came out that like, and I would have assumed that they would have assumed this anyway, but it verifies that somebody who is involved in creating these puzzles is in the Discord watching.
Oh, absolutely.
And I have to imagine everybody just would have been like, who is it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think this. Okay, so personally, just looking at this objectively, I think this was kind of there to like help sow a little bit of, for lack of a better way to put this, some discord in the Discords.
Yeah. Well, that's why Danny thought that the entire Discord was in on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and like it fucking worked.
Yeah. Anyway.
Great job.
Which we will get a lot
But-
more of this later, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. After finding the last piece of the Snapchat code, players were actually finally able to find and add the Snapchat username Happy Drip.
Happy drip.
Happy Drip.
Happy drip's here.
So the once those pieces were combined, they got to Happy Drip. Discord members quickly added the account and they just waited. Users started being able to started being added back by the account on August 27th, and this story on Snapchat was posted. And basically, it was the account promising further instructions. There was a spectrogram that was done on the Snapchat story audio, and it was found to contain the name Zachary. You're probably like, who the fuck is Zachary?
Ooh.
Who knows? Ooh, oh, wowie. So on August 27th,
He's important.
still, yeah.
Wowie Zachary.
So still on August 27th, the Happy Drip began adding Discord users to Snapchat, and then this is when the quote-unquote Snapchat task game began. There are 6 tasks totaled on this game. The first task that was sent by Happy Drip was basically a snap that was sent out where you can hear people, he wants people to send him Snapchats that are saying, I am a drip, I belong to him. So he's like, hey, send me you saying this. And then he kind of makes like this edit of it and you can find some shit inside of a spectrogram of the video again. And you get a link to the Maybe I'm Paranoid YouTube video, which references back to just a few days earlier. So August 29th, Happy Drip began to screen record videos of the Discord members, and basically also repeating the phrase, I am a drip, I belong to him. There were 21 members in this Snapchat task group that completed the task within the 24-hour given time frame. The Happy Drip account also corresponded with a few members that started posting random letters to certain people. There is a link to some of these comments on there. There's an Imgur link that has some of the Snapchat codes of them just be like, hey, dude, what's up? And he's just like, snurfer. And they're like, all right, bet. What's that? And they're just like, oh, man, do you need help? And he's just like, Imgur. And it's like, what are any of these words? So he's just sending them random code. And when you're going into the Imgur link to look at these past Snapchat messages from Happy Drip, in the comments of the Imgur link, you'll find multiple people commenting the words farmer lesbian. And I'm not sure what that has to do with anything plot-wise, but I'm here for it. I'm here for our farmer lesbians of the world.
You got to support the farmer
You got to
lesbians.
support the farmer lesbians. So that concludes task number 1, and now I get to shut up.
Yeah, so basically, this leads us straight into September, where we see the Discord still working on the Snapchat game. So on September 8th, they were members were messaging with Happy Drip, and some received replies. People basically were able to figure out that Happy Drip and Zachary were actually being held together. So one of the things that basically happens is Happy Drip mentions that Zachary loves pets, and members of the group decided to send photos of their pets to Happy Drip to cheer Zachary up. Now, we do not have a huge understanding of who Zachary and Happy Drip are.
I
at the
don't care
moment.
who Zachary is. That's a fantastic way to cheer whoever that is up.
Oh, absolutely. Always send animals anytime
Oh, yeah.
you need to be cheered up. So we move on to September 9th. Happy Drip tells the Discord members that Zachary liked to draw and that he might end up sending some snaps of the drawings that Zachary had done. On September 10th, Happy Drip shared some of these drawings with members in the group, which I will actually touch on a little later. This is where we move on to the third task. So the third task basically was that it was kind of slightly different than the previous two, but on the 11th of September, instead of one task for all group members to participate in, 5 separate tasks were created and split between the members, or drips. So
Fucking drips.
yeah, and then one further task was assigned to a single person. So task 1 was call someone you love, tell them you hate them, they disgust you, and that you never want to see them again, and you wish they were dead and they should kill themselves. Pretty morbid.
Well, that's not
Damn.
nice.
It's on point for this whole thing,
That's
though.
just rude.
Task 2 was to go up in a high place, record the depth below you, and say, I am ready to jump, but only when he tells me to. Now, all these different tasks had a Snapchat come along with them, and each Snapchat was like very similar with like a bunch of red backgrounds and the text kind of sprawling across the whole thing and hearing a very distorted voice reading off the text that you're seeing. So I'm not going to go super into each of those videos, but that's kind of what you can imagine for each of these. Task 3 said record yourself alone in a dark room playing a loud screaming audio that was provided by Happy Drip while saying she tastes like the real thing. Task 4 was leave a horny boy symbol in a public place where many people can see it.
Hey,
this is the first
Doug?
time.
Horny boy?
Hey, Doug, what is that?
This is the first time that we learn what the symbol that we've been seeing everywhere is actually called.
Horny boy.
The
Yep.
horny boy symbol. And it's
Yes.
horny with an I. So yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah, so that's where we learned that. Task 5 says record yourself in a mirror alone at midnight drawing a horny boy on your arm while reciting a Latin incantation provided by Happy Drip.
Not gonna fucking do that. Ain't no fucking chance.
You know, I may not believe in a lot of things, but I'm also not going to test that belief.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't believe in ghosts. Not going to go out and try to find one. I'll tell you that right now.
So speaking of how much I won't do this, the next part is literally the incantation, and I wouldn't even read it in my head in the
go
notes.
ahead. No, go ahead.
So it says the incantation is apparently for summoning an occultistic
Yes.
angel or demon called Blizden.
Yep.
So 1, invoke Blizden, demon of the underworld. Oh, nope, I'm starting to read it.
Yeah,
so,
don't read his name.
Yeah,
I have a baby that's going to be in this house soon. Don't you dare curse my damn house.
Mike doesn't need more stuff in his basement.
Hey, if your baby's first word is Blizden, You have several calls to make.
Oh, oh.
You should name her Blizzden.
Liston.
Blizzing these nuts, son.
Blisden D's nuts out.
Oh, Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my god.
You shut your mouth right there with the Latin speak, mister.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
skip all that. It's a demon summoning jutsu, and that's all you need to know.
You started reading it, and I was like, please keep going. My God, please keep going.
the way that it starts, it doesn't sound like an incantation.
doesn't.
And then I was like, shit. I started reading it.
You played yourself.
But yeah, so we're gonna skip over that. So task 6.
Oh, I almost said it.
Task 6 was visit Quitpo Forest at night and attach him to 3 trees. And due to entering I know where she is presumed territory, this task is extremely dangerous. And only 1 drip was assigned this task.
Ooh, daring drip.
So these tasks were actually given a longer 48-hour time limit, and the Discord members were given helpful warnings and suggestions by the Discord server owner to make sure that they stay safe and not put themselves in any kind of danger. So the task concluded on the 13th of September with 17 members attempting the task set and 16 passed. Only 1 got removed by Happy Drip for performing like a piece of shit.
Wow, get wrecked.
So
If you wanted a standing of worth, here you go. This is what that is.
Happy Drip informs the members through conversations that Zachary has been doing some more drawing, and he had drawn.
Oh, he's an artist.
He is a little artist. He's our little arty boy.
Little Artie McFly over here.
Artie McBell.
So he had drawn everything that was in the room with them. He also told us that they couldn't communicate when they were in the room with him, and then they were never told who they were, but we presume, it's the I Know Where She Is group, and who had taken them and were holding them captive. So some of these drawings were sent to the Discord members, and at that point in time, they seemed like, random children's drawings, nothing out of the ordinary. And it isn't until much later that these
They
drawings
became
actually
out of the ordinary.
they become they either were or they weren't important, and we'll find out later. So on September 18th, Happy Drip sent a Snapchat video to trusted group members.
Is it the narrowed down group members, like the drip group? that have been participating so far.
Yeah, so actually, let me just put this out there real quick. So I'm going over the Snapchat game almost in its entirety in September, but I'm actually going to be covering some other September things that I'm going to go back in time for.
Yeah, let's cover all of the Snapchat game first.
Yeah, so in lieu of that, this on September 18th, Happy Drip sends a Snapchat to trusted group members. I'm going to go over that, but not right now.
Okay.
Just so everybody is aware of what's happening.
Tight.
So September 25th, a couple of members revealed that Happy Drip sent coded messages to them, kind of like Mike was saying. They're just like, and one actually was English. It said close tag, and
Now he's just fucking with them. He's like, what weird saddle shins.
but that first one that I said actually has been remained unsolved till today.
Yep.
So that's
which
fun.
means your theory, Mike, holds a lot of
there
water.
probably is no solution.
It's just
So
What was my theory?
there's no. It's just people being fucked with. Like
Most
there's no.
definitely, yeah.
I mean that'd be a good way to fucking turn someone around, like when they're like maybe too close to a clue that they don't need to be yet or something.
Spaghetti legs, and they're like, what does it mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That'll keep them busy for a week.
The bear is sticky with honey.
Yeah.
What?
So in the middle of all these Snapchat games, we start getting some weird locations sent to people. So on September 29th, Happy Drip sent 4 or 5 members in the Discord a video with specific locations. And these locations were Grace Church, Adelaide, Hartsmill Bridge, Adelaide, Vincent Street, Adelaide, Jubilee, St. Port, Adelaide, and a member from the Discord actually set out to investigate and report back what was found at these places.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give more information on that in a different section of September. but we will get there, I promise.
This
Yeah,
all
yeah.
just started with a lady with a vlog.
Yep. This is just. Hey guys, it's Ash.
Welcome to my super fun.
Oh, I don't have it ready.
You
The moment's
suck.
passed.
All right, so that's where the Snapchat game ends for September. So I'm gonna start going over a couple of other things that happened during September as well. So a few Discord members were able to have small conversations with Happy Drip during this time. A few interesting bits of information were gathered. Like I mentioned, Zachary likes to draw animals and all that shit, and people were sending their photos to him, right? So this being said, those drawings later popped up in Zachary Zoo's Tumblr, which you cannot access anymore, even with the Wayback Machine,
Damn it, Tumblr.
which is really annoying.
I want my porn and my Zach's drawings.
I want Zachary and porn.
I will die on that hill, but that's fine. So these photos were actually used against the Discord members to make people on YouTube think that they were animal abusers. I'm not quite sure how that correlated, but that's a
it's
thing that they
fucked.
did. So
wow, that is
Holy shit! Just dragging names.
yeah, pretty
Not
much
even giving a fuck.
doxing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like,
Jesus.
anyways, so it seems that finally that red grid of letters that we are so well
The red
familiar
square.
with now, probably was fully solved this day. So someone
This
used
is how many months later?
This is what we're in September now.
1
Yeah.
month later.
so someone used the quote unquote concerned citizen Zodiac decoder, and it contained the messages "I know where she is," which we did
Yep.
know prior, and also the words "she is
She's
in the floor." And
It
that's
was right there. It was right there.
yeah. So we're getting there, guys. We're so close, right? So on the 18th of September, Happy Drip stated that Zachary liked the Beatles and had an old video of him singing along to the Yellow Submarine. Where did we see that before?
Comes full circle.
Oh my God!
Wow,
That was that one unlisted video
It-
showing the
It was
The
just
hard drive.
yep.
Lovey man boxing up a
Hard drive.
a present.
Yep.
A hard drive for our friend Ash.
It's all coming full circle, people.
Holy shit.
Could this be a nod to one of Ash Vlog's unlisted videos? I think we just
Find out
answered
next
that.
Find out
time.
next week on Dragon Ball Z.
So Happy Drip ends up sending a video called Friends of Zachary, which is the one I said I was going to mention later from the Snapchat test game. It's basically a video of a child's drawing with two people and a bunch of crying in the background. It's a really quick video, but that's all it is. It's like a really crude two people drawn with like, it almost looks like charcoal or like something like that.
Okay.
And then, so now on September 20th, a Discord member was sent an email from I Know Where She Is, which stated, "I don't steal, I give tasks. Ash never finished her last vlog." And this had a link to a SoundCloud, and then it said, "You'll be chewing soon enough." Now on this SoundCloud, the title track is T at FADC asterisk, and the description is a bunch of letters and numbers and symbols. And now these are both ROT47 backwards, which is another cipher,
Yep.
which translates to, the title translates to RSU20, and the description, all the letters and symbols and numbers, translated to "Don't chew, just swallow." So on the 22nd of September, the album cover changes for the Sup Jords album on Stingray Bandcamp, and there's a code in it that translates to "Thanks for the coin, Danny," and that was with an A1Z26 cipher. So with that, we get a QR code that leads us to another clue.
Where does it end?
And then that clue leads us to a code on Bandcamp that leads us to an IBB image of Snapboy, which is basically just like the full image of the Snapchat clue,
Yeah.
with the head is on the horny boy symbol.
Yeah.
So it's
This
kind
is
of
what you people wanted us to cover. You asked for this.
Two people in the YouTube comments said that they wanted the 5-hour episode that we teased.
I will never.
I
give
mean,
you-
we'll just make a master edit of this into one,
Yeah.
and it'll just be parts
one
1 through
episode.
4, and
I am down to do a consecutive 5-hour recording on something as long as that something has 5 hours worth of stuff to talk about.
keep going.
yeah, right. All right, so this is where things are gonna get kind of crazy, and I'm gonna jump a little bit back and forth, just a little bit though. So September 25th, Ash Vlogs uploads a new Instagram photo with the description. It's just gobbledygook.
Yep.
And the letters in the description lead to a tiny URL, a protected text account called Not Paranoid, and the password for this was nice to meet you.
You say Tiny Earl.
Yeah.
He's just a little Earl.
It's
He's
just tiny
guy.
URL. You know, URL. Earl.
He's just a little guy.
I just think that's cute.
I like saying,
His name is Earl.
yeah, it is.
My name is Jonas.
So,
Weezer taught me that.
you ready?
My
You ready
name
for
is
this?
Earl.
All right, cool.
I should have went with that one. Damn it, that made more sense.
It was right there.
It was right there. Anyway, continue.
All right, so the text in this image decodes using a monoalphabetic cipher that leads to 0.01%, a recorded phone conversation between Ash and Marcus, which is Ash's brother. He tells Ash that he thinks someone is filming him on the tram. He thinks there's a 99% chance it's nothing. She tells him that she knows she has been paranoid lately and suggests he call the police. He doesn't think it's that serious, and she asks him to message her when he gets home. And the cover image of this audio shows 3 people walking on a tram platform, 2 males and a female.
Uh-huh.
So
You said that he thinks that someone's following / watching him
we'll
on
get
the
there.
tram platform.
We're
Okay.
getting there
All
so
right.
hard. So Ash
No reason I mentioned that.
So Ash Vlogs uploads a YouTube video named Face Reveal. This is where we get to see someone filming Marcus on a train from multiple different angles.
Yo.
Did we ever figure out Marcus's last name?
Marcus Vlogs,
Yeah, I think it's vlogs.
because Ashley Vlogs, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Glad we're on the same page on that. So somebody's filming Marcus on multiple angles on this tram, and the audio over the footage is actually a phone call to 000, which is basically 911.
Fart butt. I'm sorry, I had to. It was literally like eating me
If you
up.
weren't gonna do it, I was gonna.
It was eating me up. I had to
I
say.
can't believe my brain didn't go there. I'm so upset that I wasted that.
I
I
was
thought
hoping
you were just not letting the joke go, and it was eating me up.
I thought it was a masterful shutdown.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought that was.
I mean,
It's like big old nope.
Matt, please edit this to make it sound a lot more like I did that. Thank you.
Make Doug sound funny right here. Okay.
And we'll cut here. All right. Okay, so the audio over this footage is a phone call to 000, which is our 911 essentially, but in Australia.
Australia.
A man can be heard quite concerned that he witnessed a man being stabbed on the tram near the entertainment center, and he thinks that he might be dying. They need an ambulance to get there, etc. He states that after stabbing him, the attackers left him in a pool of blood. If you have captions on in this video, you can see some kind of code, and this code is a bunch of gobbledygook that's basically leads to a bunch of words, and it's hard for me to want to say this part because we haven't quite covered exactly what this is yet. So this mystery cipher is being translated to the best clickbait is always death. Everyone will see this. We'll make sure.
Doug,
I will go over what this is in a minute. I promise I will get there and it will make more sense. But this mystery cipher is what we're seeing in the captions of this video on her her newest upload. Now, in this upload, we get an unlisted video in the description, also a bunch of gobbledygook mystery cipher that we don't know, and the title is is this code, and it translates to "Hello Marcus." The unlisted video description has more of this undetermined code, and it repeated 8 times, which translates to "please." It shows Marcus in a dark room with the walls covered in the horny boy symbol.
horny boy.
He has a burlap sack covering his head, and he is wearing a green hospital gown and can be seen to be visibly distressed and breathing heavily as another man enters the room, armed with a gun and pointing it at his head. Marcus can be heard crying and saying, "Please." The screen turns to red as you can hear Marcus screaming, and the caption on the video start to show color codes. More of this undetermined code is also seen, and it basically translates to "fuck YouTube, go find the uncensored video." The captions for this video were able to be used with the colored letters on the Instagram photo that Mike had talked about earlier, and it leads to how to never finish your vlog and get yourself killed.
There's just so much stuff.
And this YouTube video is basically Ash in her bed telling the story of all of her extraordinary adventures with Ash and Bad Boy, which is the little drive that could.
Yep.
She talks about how she received a creepy package in the mail. And it appears that this video was actually filmed prior to the C2F.exe
Oh, yeah.
video.
100%.
So we see Alice arriving with the computer. We get to see a little music montage of them taking the hard drive out into public, and now it has a drawing on it with a smiley face. And then it cuts to strangely glitched footage. The caption reads, "Poor Ash, no one cared about you or your videos, and they still don't. They just want to see a dead girl. Time to give them what they want."
Yup.
So the video features more of this weird cipher that we don't know, and no translation has actually been found for this one. So there is a hidden tag on the video leading to another tiny URL, which leads to a Google Drive, which leads to more of this ciphered code,
This is insane.
which translates to an IBB image. And there's a link in this description to a streamable video
Clue inside clue inside clue.
where we actually get to a really important video.
Yo,
And this video is where we
Yo,
see
dog.
Marcus on the tram being approached by a filmer. The footage has visual and audio glitches. Marcus looks to be afraid and appears to hand over his mobile phone to the person filming the video. Marcus looks more and more uncomfortable with the situation, and as the tram pulls into the stop at the station, Marcus looks around to leave as the filmer takes out a knife and straight up stabs him in
the shit out of
stomach.
him.
And you can see like the visual like concern on this man's face when this happens. It is like brutal. It's
This video's fucked up.
There's
I'd
a
be
reason why
concerned
this-
too. I've just been stabbed.
well, it's like the 20 seconds leading up to him actually
Yeah.
getting stabbed where you're
Oh, he's
like
panicking.
You're like the visual on his face is like concerning to the point where like if you came across this video, and it's not even on YouTube, this is on a different, it's a fucking
This
streamable.
would never be allowed on YouTube.
It's like so harrowing. You're just like,
Yeah.
wow, okay. Fucker just stabs him, and
That dude's dead.
yeah. So as he basically, after he stabs him, he runs off the tram, and like that's pretty much it. But this video, the description of it has more of this code that decodes to watch closely, and that's where we move on from there. So a new Stingray track is uploaded called "I Will Rot in Hell."
Stabby boy.
The cover image has more of this code overlaid onto it, but actually this time if you use the ROT47 backwards, it decodes to Uyotmo. It's just a bullshit. But if you
Good job
reverse it,
trying
it's,
to.
if you reverse that, it says "V nice to meet you," which is a lot easier to say than that backwards. So Happy Drip ends up sending a member of the Discord a message, close tag, which I had mentioned earlier.
Yep.
And this relates to the shirt found at the Wicker Road site inside the child's bag that has the close tag on it and K and F written on it, which all of these will make more sense in a little bit.
In just a sec.
So, in September, we see the events from the cassette tape occurring, which then lead to them finding C2F.exe in real life. Now, I'm going to super TLDR the cassette tape event, which basically a dude from the Discord goes to a record store, can't find this clue that he has been given ample amounts of information on where to find.
He knows exactly where it is, and he's still an idiot.
He goes in, can't find it, leaves. Somebody's watching him from I know where she is. Snapchats him like, "Hey, you fucking idiot! It's right here. Go back.
Literally-
you stupid piece of shit."
Before he fucking leaves the store,
Yeah.
his phone has a notification saying, "Hey, dickhead, like, did you check here?" Which
So
is super
the-
fucking creepy.
Do you think
I get it because if you're playing with people in real life at this point and you're trying to make them progress the story, and the only person that's going to do it fucks up,
Yep.
you have to be like, son of a bitch,
Yep.
fucking.
Hey,
Fucking hell.
Matt has an ARG where he had to tell me.
Matt had to do that for us.
He had to
a
come
lot.
in to me and be like, "Don't fucking tell him, but this is the password." For us." You guys suck.
Oh man, dude, the story behind that whole experience is just so fucking hilarious to me. It's so fucking funny, but
All right, so
Similarly, this fucking dickhead couldn't find the goddamn cassette tape.
Yeah, exactly. So he does end up going back and getting it, which ends up leading them to finding C2F.exe in real life.
Yep.
So the clues from the cassette game led users to a real-world location, Wicker Road in Adelaide. A set of
Again.
I know, right? A set of QR codes can be found on stickers at the location. They were kind of like posted on like a random like sign.
Yeah.
And one of them led to an email address. They also found a bunch of discarded items, and one of those items was a backpack. And inside of the backpack was a bloody striped T-shirt with the initials KF on the tag, which is one of the things that I just mentioned.
Oh my god.
This could be a reference to
Several things.
a lot of things. They found the bad boy hard drive, a torn up letter addressed to Jordan from Ash. On the torn up letter from Ash to Jordan, codes were written in red, and solving these led to an IBB and another IBB with more of this this code that I'm literally getting so close to explaining what it is.
You're so close, man.
Do you think this whole
There's
thing?
only 92 more steps.
do you
That's
think
it.
this whole thing with Ash Vlogs wasn't about the story or the codes? It was about the friends we
we
made
made along the way. Yeah. Now,
I
one
want
thing,
it to be known that the reason that I gave Mike the answer to that clue was less because I didn't think you were ever going to get it, and more because I thought it would be really funny. Just imagining the scene in my head where Mike is like, "I solved this," and you guys are just like, "What?" blown away.
That's essentially what happened. Yeah. We're like, holy shit.
it really
That
was,
was
though.
genius, man.
Um,
And he's like, yeah, I know. I'm a genius.
He's like, I'm a god. I'm a certified god. All right, so where were we? Okay, yeah, right. The torn up letter from Ash to Jordan. Codes were written in red, and solving these led to a couple IBBs with more of this undecipherable code. Decoding those led to a Google Drive with 5 drive folders. It was called Bad Boys with a 7 and a Z. And indicating this information on the drive was what located, or indicating the information on the drive was what was located on the hard drive given to Ash in the C2FX.exe video.
So the shit they found was the same shit that was on the hard drive that Ash got from that video.
Correct.
Okay.
Little less
So many places
destroy-y.
where this is like, this thing is also this thing, but this thing links to this thing that we've already seen.
It's a fucking spider. It's the most ridiculous spider web I've ever seen.
Now, there's a little convolution here that kind of confuses me, but I'm about to go over that in a minute here. So we had to do some extra digging for this, but
Yeah.
real
yeah,
quick,
yeah.
we're going to go through what was on the hard drive. So drives 1 through 3 led to the RSU 20 MP4. Drive 5 had a text file called hello-drips.txt. The text read some ROT47 script, and the decoding it was a bunch of scrambled bullshit, but it came out to be the phrase, "It's the simple things." Now, this is where things get interesting. Drive 4 had a .bat file in it and an .exe file. And using the password that we had just talked about, the Discord members gained access to what is called the dripspeak.exe.
Woo!
Drip speak.
Now, all that ciphering that I was talking about, the unknown ciphering, it's called dripspeak, and it was specifically made for Ash Vlogs ARG. Now, we looked really, really hard to essentially figure out when this full
Oh, yeah.
code of dripspeak was determined and usable. And this is kind of the cataclysm of, or the catalyst, I should say, not cataclysm, the catalyst of where all of this kind of coincides and people are start being able to decipher the dripspeak without having to brute force their way through it.
Which took a lot of
Which,
time.
even with it, that people were brute forcing their
Yep.
way through things. But
Because people have too much goddamn time on their hands.
but that being said, this is when we're dubbing when dripspeak became available to everyone. Because that being said, this was later given in an Instagram post for the public to download, so everybody had it.
Yep.
After everyone else did all the hard work for me.
Yeah.
Another pro cybersecurity tip. If you find a random zip file in a Google Drive,
Joe, to open
it's
it.
just a random executable. Don't just download it and run it.
No.
There is a, like, if you're interested in doing this, there is a website version that where somebody basically reverse
Yeah.
engineered this cipher, and like it's an open source runs in your web browser version of this, use that instead.
No.
Yeah,
Here's what you do.
100%.
Or use a public library computer.
I was just about to say that exact same thing.
Go to your public,
the
support
library.
your public library.
Support your public library.
Make sure they know that you're there.
That's where tax dollars are
Yeah,
being used
exactly.
for.
Ruin their computers.
Literally before I came over, I spent $42 at the library to fax like 40 pages.
Damn.
So that was
Faxels.
stupid.
Sounds like it's worth it because who the
Yeah,
fuck
those the
has a fax
faxels, yeah.
machine?
I know. The only way I can take over an Ameritrade account is by faxing them information. Apparently,
Faxing
I
them your
can't
holes.
can't email. I can't e-hole them. I have to fax hole them. But anyways, I digress. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, fucking this Google Drive code ends up leading to another IBB code titled "Guess Who." A Discord member was able to decompile all the source code found in the exe file. Found it led to 100 redeemable Bandcamp codes
Yep.
to download a hidden Bandcamp file called "Oh look, you found it." Like they're just fucking being jackasses at this point.
I hate these
Yeah.
people.
Oh yeah.
Another Discord member was able to find a zip file in the Guess Who image, and it contained another image. And using an LSB tool, it was found to contain coded drip speak, which was translated into another SoundCloud link, and then other codes on the note from Ashley Jordan led to an Imgur, and inside the toy car that was found at the site,
Yep.
there was a piece of paper, which was a decoded clue that led to a streamable link, and that video is actually not available anymore. It was called You Should Know, and the transcript of that video is actually semi-important for the most part, but the transcript of that video is as follows. Chosen drips, it is time to bring Danny back. We have something in the works. Choose a drip to slave under you. You will watch them closely, and you will both secretly need to find out the following: Danny's favorite film, the name of his past and present pets, any names of family members makes us proud. Obviously, this is related to the email address that was decoded earlier. I know where she is. Wanted Discord members to gain the trust of Danny from Rekka Rekka and find out certain key pieces of information from him that would be able to basically help them hack into his email account.
Okay.
I'm just now realizing this. So this kind of went inactive for a while there.
Yeah.
We're covering it now a couple years later. And my I don't want to be found. I don't want anyone coming to my home. I feel like that's going to happen now covering this topic.
And that actually brings us to the conclusion of September.
Oh, so before we go forward into the rest of October, would you like me to conclude the Snapchat game?
I mean, yeah.
Cool. So I know Doug mentioned a second and a third task, and then a sixth task.
Well, I had mentioned the second or the third and the fourth task, I think. Or
Okay.
no,
So the cassette you talked about was the sixth task.
Oh,
Finding
okay.
C2F.
Yeah,
So-
I kind of just like TLDR'd that
yeah.
a little bit.
Just real quick. There were two more tasks. I don't have to touch on them. There's not a whole lot to them. Essentially, this basically. So this happened at the very beginning of October, and the sixth one took place at the very end of October. So for the fourth one, the Discord members were essentially given a choice, and they were told to decide the fate of Zachary and Happy Drip. Draw on this picture and make a cut. So essentially, they were given a picture and they were told to make a cut somewhere. So in this fourth task, at the very end of it, Happy Drip updated his Snapchat story to say that the pictures from the group chat from this task had been received and were being assessed, and then they will cut. Screenshots were made of those that completed the tasks, and no further communication was given that day. No affirmations, no nothing. And then the fifth task comes around. It was called Cut or Release. A few weeks passed from this task that was given, well, kind of clarified on the 9th. And so the 23rd of October rolls around, and the drips, as we can call them, on Snapchat received a video. It's a very fucking graphic video. And I don't know if this would, I don't know if we could post this on YouTube or really any, major social media site. But
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't post any video from any of this.
On
anywhere.
any site because it's far too convincing.
Just go watch Terrifier 1 and or 2.
Both back to back. But essentially, so with this fifth task, so the fourth task was asking like, essentially like, where are we cutting? Like, what's happening here? Like, who are we cutting and how? Nobody really wanted to do that. And so in the fifth task, they legit were asking, okay, what's happening to Zach? We're not giving you guys a way out at all. You guys are deciding this right now. And so there's a video that was found, this very graphic video. Here's a transcript of what was said during the video.
Real quick, I just want to bring this up again for everyone just tuning in or whatever. We are going through this by months, obviously.
Yeah.
Which is why we're cutting as much information into random spots as we are. The Snapchat game,
Yep.
we stopped at a task in October or in September because it stopped there, and now we're talking about it again here. We just want to do this as in a tangible line as we can of how things occurred.
We're trying to make this linear.
That was the word that I couldn't think of.
But so here's the transcript of this video that was for this fifth task that was sent out. And you can definitely hear and feel the frustration from whoever Happy Drip is. But here's what it says. It says, "Hello, Drips. Are you starting to see the bigger picture? Votes are in. Time to cut. You hate Happy Drip. You want to see him die. If you found me, you will soon find your cuts. He is a bad drip. Many of you are begging to save Zachary. We will cast one last vote just for you.
God, I feel like I'm on Survivor.
Circle it. 24 hours. You got 1 day. 1 day.
Oh, heck.
Circle the thing that you want them to cut. And at this point, the members of Discord did not...
Nipple!
They didn't want to do shit. They
Cut
didn't,
his fucking dick off!
His nipple on there.
the replies that were sent were all over the fucking place. A lot of them were like trying to find loopholes and trying to find any way possible to not, fucking kill someone. Like, not treat this whole thing like a goddamn red room that you find in the goddamn dark web. Which is understandable, because why would you... If you wanted to be a part of that, just go find one of those.
You just Google it, stupid.
Yeah.
Google it, you dipshit.
So to confirm, Happy Drip does clarify that cut means to hurt Zachary. Everybody was very, very, very worried about that.
Didn't mean like cutting him out of production.
Like, yeah, cutting him off on Chili Tuesdays. Like, he can't come to the chili cookout on Tuesday nights anymore. Like, that, not cut him out of that. No, literally, like, cut. Like, slice, flesh, bleed.
Like in that video I had earlier.
Yeah, in that video. Yeah.
That was kind of specific. Is this a real life event that happened to you, Jason? What have to be cut off? Like a chili cook-off?
There's no sore topic here, Matt.
Like when Robert
whatsoever.
tries to cut you out of the family chili cook-off, and then Denise tells you that you're not welcome at her house anymore.
Thank you, Mike.
And then you kill Scott Tenorman's mom and put her in a chili.
Do we have to make me relive this very painful and personal memory of mine? God.
I understood that reference.
Thank you.
On to October 24th. A new Snapchat story was released, and this is honestly just confirming that there's going to be like one last task, one clarifying task, which Doug went over. The very last task that you find in the Snapchat game is the debacle of like the record store, where we find out that somebody is very actively watching the quote unquote Happy Drip community, whether it be through cameras or whether it being physically in proximity to the people that are doing the puzzles, which is, to me, like if I found out that someone has been stringing us along, talking about murder, talking about kidnapping, trafficking, whatever they're talking about, and I find out that I was probably less than 10 feet away from that person, they had no idea until later, that's fucking creepy as shit. It's very fucking creepy.
Creepy.
But that kind of sums up the entirety of the Snapchat game. And with that, let's get back to our regularly scheduled fucking programming.
Creepy paper.
So,
Is that a what we do in the shadows
It is.
reference?
is that an Andor?
I need more creepy paper.
It's crepe paper.
You do
It's crepe paper, damn it.
too well
Creepy.
of a
Nandor?
a Nandor impression. Thank you.
Nando the Relentless.
Hold on,
They
Tim.
call me Nando the Relentless because I was relentless. I just didn't.
You're born around like
Didn't
if,
relent.
if Trump was Nandor. is where you're at.
it's very Trumpy Nandor, yeah.
And dump or Trump door.
Where
one
is
of the two.
Guillermo?
And the most relentless.
Guillermo.
Guillermo.
The most relentless.
Did Trump get fucking arrested today or
Indicted?
not?
I don't fucking know.
Tuesday.
That's the topic for a bonus.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah, we're doing real good staying on
Yeah.
track on this one, man.
Am I allowed to go forward?
Yes.
Can I go
yeah,
forward?
if you
No,
want. If
okay.
you want.
Cool. I do want to. So on October 1st, October is a fucking big month for the Discord, specifically the Discord. The Discord was given a ton of different inside clues to what might be going on here. And the first of which was a zip file that was hidden inside of a picture that was sent to somebody. It was called hexofguess_who.jpg. Messing with like the different color settings within this image revealed drip speak, which we just talked about. This is going to be heavily a part of Ash Vlogs from now until the end of this topic for sure. It's pretty cool because drip speak is like an invented cipher. Like it was made specifically for this, which I think is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have like a pretty good set knowledge of how to make a cipher. I feel like the fact that they made their own is kind of wild. Like,
Oh, absolutely. It's
Just-
like fucking J.R.R. Tolkien when he wrote Lord of the Rings. It was all developed around a fucking language. Similar to this. I don't want to compare to this to the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, but
yeah, no, I mean, this is better for sure.
this is the Lord of the Rings.
You don't have to go into
Yeah.
why Lord of the Rings sucks. So,
That's a topic we can talk about for sure.
Hey.
I know Mike has some things to say about that.
I'll say him later.
So essentially, they fucked with the color settings on this image, and they found a link sending us back to SoundCloud. And there's one track under the user I_K_W_S_I, which you can guess.
what's that spell?
Equisy.
The Aquisi.
The Equisy.
The Equisy is here. No, it's obviously I know where she is, which is synonymous for Ash Vlogs at this point. And there's just one track here. Mike, can I have you pull something up for me? Because I'm not connected to the Roadcaster. Yeah, I'll just send it to you over Facebook. How about that?
I'm not logged on to Facebook on here.
Well, then what do I
That's
do?
a breach of violations.
What do I do then?
I do not give Facebook the
Just switch.
authority. Just send it to me in fucking Discord.
Oh yeah,
Send it to the
works.
Pod Fam in Discord, dude. Chungus.
All right.
How did we go from how streamlined the last episode was to this?
I don't know,
Because
Matt.
we hit the bulk of information on this one for sure.
Oh yeah,
it's
there's
all the
so
wingdings and fucking.
the wingding ciphers fucking us up.
Wingding prophecies,
Pod
bruh.
Fam, there we go.
Makes my brain hurt.
All right, you want me to play this?
I love just being
Yeah.
like, so that led to an image, and that image led to this image.
Are you ready?
Aye,
Give me a
aye,
sec, I'll intro
Captain.
it. So this is the clip of what was found on the I Know Where She Is SoundCloud that was essentially given towards the end of the Happy Drip Snapchat game. Here we go.
Sam, he's just got on. 9 p.m. Same stop too. Yep, that's him. Yes.
I know that was super confusing to anybody that heard it, but
Good old KFC murder chicks.
yeah, this is where we discovered that Ash Vlogs is actually just KFC Murder Chicks, and they were behind Eratus, and it was just
Corbin Kentucky.
and it was the smear campaign against Corbin, Kentucky. But no, so essentially this was a very distorted phone conversation, and you hear this male voice that says they could have this done with right now, and then we hear the word sorry over and over again. And that's the end of that little tidbit. However, 2 days later, October 3rd. Let's go back to Raka Raka real quick. You guys remember him, right?
We're only into October 3rd.
This is, yeah, we are only in October 3rd. Guys, not even the beginning of this episode. The entire part 1 started in fucking April. It's only been like 5 months since we started this. So October 3rd.
3 days since you started October.
I know. So October 3rd, Raka Raka posts a YouTube video called Exposing a Cult of Killers. And holy shit. I know that we had visited Raka Raka not too long ago, and we checked in, and he was basically starting to experience the first symptoms of stage 1 paranoia about this group of people that was involved with the Discord, about the Ash Vlog situation in general. But holy shit, does it amplify here. Basically, Danny from Raka Raka addresses everybody's need for closure with the Ash Vlog situation, but unfortunately, whoever's managing Raka Raka, Danny and Michael, has told them, hey, this actually might be dangerous. We don't want to give them any more attention. Like, that's what they're thriving on. That's why this is working. So just don't mention them anymore. So they try their hardest to, like, keep away from it. And unfortunately, this really doesn't have any effect whatsoever because Danny finds out that his email gets hacked and things have been happening on his behalf that he has no idea about. And this kind of this gets him to come to the conclusion that the Discord server for I Know Where She is just a fucking cult. Like, it's literally just a group of people who have all been brainwashed and turned against Danny from Raka Raka specifically. Clearly, the paranoia is absolutely setting in with him. He also shows his audience the C2F. I don't know if we made this connection, but C2F, Claim to Fame. I don't know if that was said.
Nailed it.
So he shows them the C2F.exe video, and he walks his viewers through it, and he does so in a very, very paranoid way. He is wholeheartedly thrust into this whole fucking situation at this point, and everybody that watches him is realizing that this might be an actual threat on his fucking quote unquote, no pun intended, doorstep. He then also, he goes on to mention the what was the symbol called? The horny boy symbol. So he mentions that he saw another instance of the horny boy symbol, and it was on a package that he actually came home from vacation to. And he mentioned that it was the same as the one that he found inside the tent when he went to the Quitpo Forest, so many moons ago at this point. He goes on to basically say that he's got a group of his own that's working on the whole Ash Vlog situation, because at this point, his fucking girlfriend Sev, most of them don't really feel safe. So they have their own group of people that are working on the puzzles, what is happening here? Why are we being threatened? And he decides to pay a visit to Clarity Records. Now, Clarity Records is the name of the store that was the very last stop in the Happy Drip Snapchat game. So
The cassette tape.
Yes, this is where we find the cassette tape from the end of that whole game. When he goes there, he visits the same location that was visited in the game, except this time he finds another cassette. And on this tape, it's mostly screaming. It's just mostly just high-pitched, fucking clippy-ass audio of just screaming, but you can hear, the syllable.
Your running theme.
Oh, yeah. This is, if you hear screaming, you know you're in the right goddamn
These
place.
kids in their screamo.
I was trying to think of a joke. but
Ohio is for lovers.
Nailed it.
So he finds this tape. There's a bunch of screaming, but you can hear, a voice talking kind of through the screaming, and they figure out this is Greek. So he takes this to try and get translated, and there's really not a lot to be translated. And honestly, it's like some very random words interspersed, but there's not a whole lot that actually comes from the translation. So Danny actually decides that the code is unbreakable, and he goes back to his theory that I Know Where She Is just a fucking cult being led by some all-powerful brainwashy cult leader that has all of these minions under his thumb and that are turning them against him. So yeah, paranoia.
Bless you.
Bless you, Doug.
Oh God, I just couldn't even control myself on that one.
We also find out that before October 8th, the I Know Where She Is, several of their accounts, the Snapchat account being one of them, was actually taken over by somebody different. We're not sure who, but we noticed various differences in like the different speech, where punctuation goes, how things are coded, how things are said. So for a period of time, there was the original owners of I Know Where She Is were MIA, I guess.
Ash pulled a reverse Uno. You take my YouTube page. I take your Snapchat.
Yes.
That'll show you. Here's Wingdings. Ka, 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 ka.
After this,
Please
we get
laugh.
after this we get another Ash Vlogs video. And this one basically it shows Marcus. Do we remember Marcus?
Mr. Fartbutt himself.
Mr.
Yeah, I
Fartbutt
remember.
himself. We see Marcus, and
That's Ash's brother.
yes,
right, yes.
Marcus is Ash's brother. Yes.
Marcus Vlog.
Yep. Marcus Vlog.
Waste of time.
So we see Marcus.
The funniest of time.
Marcus is in a dark room. He's by himself, or so we think he is. He's still in that hospital gown. He's got a bag over his head, and then we see somebody else step into frame. And you see a phone get brought down to him, and there's a bunch of glitches. But if you have the captions enabled, you see "Call Ash," and then the phone lights up saying "Calling Ash." And
I'm here to ask you about your car's extended warranty. No.
So Ash picks up, she answers, very, very concerned and worried. It's almost like she knows that her brother is missing at this point, which, I mean, fucking good. You should.
You should know I'm missing.
Yeah.
Wonder where he's at.
Yeah.
So she's asking over and over again, Marcus, where are you? Marcus, where are you? Marcus, where are you? And Marcus is just like crying, and he can't really like get words out at first. But eventually he starts to say that he doesn't know where he is, and they have him in like a shed. Ash says that she's going to call the police, and Marcus starts saying, like, he's just like blathering. He's crying, like half the words don't make sense. He says that he wants to go home. And Ash says that she wants to help. And a bunch of glitches pop up, and you can't hear the audio anymore, but all you see are the captions that say, no, Ash, no, Ash, no. And then you see the phone hang up. More glitchiness. You can't hear what he's saying, but the captions once again say, take me to Mums. And you can hear the auto GPS voice say calculating or something, or going to Mums. And Marcus just goes insane. Absolutely insane. So, very clearly, somebody is in a lot of trouble here. Somebody also knows where not only where Ashley is, they have Marcus. They know where Ashley's mother is.
I think the creepiest part is when they do that at the end, and you hear the
Yes.
because he's obviously really fucked up.
He's fucked.
And you hear the like GPS go like starting route to Mom's, and
yes.
he's just like no, and it's
he
like
just
super
he
heartbreaking.
goes ballistic, and
Yeah.
then it just fucking ends.
It's
right
very
there.
unsettling.
It makes you feel so fucking bad. It makes you feel a feeling of helplessness. Like this is not anything that any son wants to hear in this fucking situation at all. But attached to this video, we get another little unlisted video. I think it was called Bad Drip or something like that. And essentially it's the footage of this car that's traveling through different roads in Adelaide at night. And you can hear like the Siri voice, like the robotic GPS voice, or whatever AI is in control of his phone or car. You hear that in the background saying things like, make her bleed. You're quiet tonight. Talk to us. Your kid is going to die. And then there's one that's just wow, 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 kill Ash, kill Ash, kill Ash, kill Ash, kill Ash.
Wowie zowie, wowie zowie.
Wow, 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 zowie, wowie, zowie.
Wowie zowie, wowie zowie, wowie zowie.
They have how many subscribers?
Many.
So it's at this point that you kind of notice that the headlights behind the car haven't really faded, and now you understand that somebody is following this car. You can hear the steering wheel basically get cranked to a direction, and somebody like tires squealing. You kind of understand that someone's either pulling over or like pulling a U-turn or something like that. Again, this footage comes way before this. This is from like the "Where Are You" video, which is this is what, weeks ago at this point.
Yeah.
This is again further confirmation that something happened to Ash, and she does not have control of any of this. But we are so fucking far past that at this point. So now we've got somebody who is being stalked. We've got threats to Ash and Marcus's mother, right? And now we've got Marcus being followed by some random person in a car. So the end of this video shows Marcus essentially getting fed the fuck up with being followed. So, you basically hear a conversation between Marcus and Ash, and it's Marcus complaining and bitching and talking about how there's someone behind them. And eventually he says, fuck it. And Ash, you can hear Ash from like the passenger seat start screaming and telling him to stop. No, come back. So he slams the brakes on, pulls over, and you hear him screaming, confronting whoever's following them. And you don't hear a lot from them. All you hear is that there's an argument that's happening. And if anybody has listened to the Happy Drip videos, I know they're a bit distorted, but even with that distortion, there's something familiar about that fucking voice. There's just something so familiar about it. And it's not confirmed that this is the person sending all of these players to do his bidding or whatever, but there's definitely a connection here. I just don't know what it is at this point. Weirdly enough, the description of this video, this unlisted video, has yet another fucking video in it called Get Well Soon. It's just turtles all the way down, man. That's all it is. And so this one is just like hospital security, and it shows Marcus in a hospital bed. We're not sure why. We're not sure when this was filmed. Why the fuck is Marcus in the hospital?
Part of me is going to assume the stabbing.
That might have something to do with it. So now we can start to put these videos in kind of like a chronological order. I know that there was some kind of semblance of an order before, but now that we have like an actual like stamped time on when this hospital security footage is taking place, you can start to actually line up the unlisted videos with the other videos, and the timeline is going to start to make a lot more sense.
But it won't.
Huh?
But it won't.
But it won't. As we see in about 4.5 seconds.
It could, but it won't.
So the description of this hospital security cam footage has another fucking video in it that is the scissors emoji. And when you're viewing the hidden tags, is revealed to include a tiny URL. And if you combine those with captions taken from the video itself, you go to Google Drive with a video that essentially outlines the embodiment of Find Him. And this leads us on to what is infamously known as the Rubik's Cube puzzle, which has to do with a lot of drip speak. It has to do with a lot of different parts of different videos. You're essentially solving a Rubik's Cube virtually, but you can't use your hands or your eyes. I'm not even going to touch on it. Just know it was a very complicated piece of media for this portion of the puzzles.
Thanks, I hate
You ever
it.
solve a Rubik's Cube with your mouth?
No, but I did watch a video of a dude who solved 3 separate Rubik's Cubes that he was juggling
I've seen
in
that.
less than 5 minutes.
Pretty wild.
That's
Fuck it.
insane to me.
Some people are smart, and then me.
And then there's us.
And then we.
Yeah, and then we. So the Rubik's Cube puzzle, just here's all you need to know. There was a fuckload of drip speak. You decoded all of that, and that led you to another Ash Vlogs video, essentially, once all of these were solved. And this one was a hidden one. It was called Not Anyone to Be Scared About. This is more car footage, and it looks like it's indoor, like from inside the car of Ash and Marcus from when he has that confrontation with whoever the fuck was following car guy, I guess we can call him. It's just another anger outburst from Marcus, more or less. You do hear Ash say in this one that she wants to call the police and the person following them, but Marcus wants to take the more direct route and just tell them to fuck off and never see them again. Doesn't really think the police are going to do much because they've contacted the police about this exact same scenario in the past and nothing has happened.
Raka-Raka's been contacting him.
Raka is contacted. I mean, there's so much overlap with people fucking trying to contact the goddamn police here that I'm so...
Why aren't they doing anything?
Right, like, why is no one doing shit about any of this? And so we see, again, more from this video. We see just more details on the exact same video that we saw about Marcus doing a U-turn, Ash getting more distressed, knowing that a confrontation's happening. And again, from the emphasis on here, we're really getting the notion that these people fucking hate Marcus. Like, Marcus can just go fuck himself, according to Ash Vlogs, and I know where she is. So, the last thing we hear is Marcus saying, problem solved, see how scared he was. And in the description to this video is a link to yet another unlisted video called Knock Knock. And
Who's there?
ooh, this one is a continuation. So in this last video, it does show as Marcus is getting out of the car to confront this guy or whoever is following them. It shows a quick cut when he's like screaming, "What the fuck are you gonna do?" It shows a cut to somebody like popping a switchblade open at
Didn't even care.
what we assume to be is his mother's house.
Didn't even care. It's just steamrolled right over you. He said knock knock, and he said who's there, and you just kept fucking going.
It might have something to do with the fact that what I just said was pretty fucking important.
Yeah, it was
a switchblade. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Not detracting from my fucking point at all. This is not supposed to be a climactic fucking build to anything, Mike.
What was that switchblade used for?
What do you think it was fucking used for?
Muck duck.
Fucking killing.
probably some-
Stabbing.
I think what he actually said was knock knock, open up the door.
It's real.
With the nonstop pop up of stainless steel.
So we essentially in this video get a threat to honestly, is it Marcus? I think it looks like it's Marcus, but we're not 100% sure. So this one was after clicking on this unlisted video, this leads us, and we see that this is actually posted to a channel named Found Me, which we have not heard from yet. But unfortunately, that is the last bit of information that we get in October.
Okay, so now we're gonna rock into November, and November is actually a shorter month. There's less stuff in here, but so I'm just gonna go through most of this pretty quickly, and then we'll get into December, which is like a big old butt dump
Whew.
shit.
Albert.
So-
Geez, Albert.
Take a nice, quick, deep breath before
Actually,
December.
December might be our shortest part, to be fair,
Oh.
from the way we've supercut it.
We'll see what happens.
Because
I might go on a rant there. But anyway, sorry, Matt, go ahead.
Anyhow, November. So not a lot happens in November until November 18th. And on November 18th, there's a new video that gets uploaded to the Ash Vlogs YouTube channel, and it's not there anymore. It got removed due to YouTube's terms of service, but it has been re-uploaded, and you can go find it on other channels. But it was called "I'll See You Real Soon." And this video is security camera footage from a supermarket. And in the background of this video, there's a voicemail playing. And you can tell that the voicemail is from Jordan, who is Ash's friend who's showed up a few times. He was in the Worst Uber Driver Ever video that we mentioned in the last episode. So he's making a phone call, and he says that he's going to go away for a minute. And then in the video, you see 3 men run into the supermarket, and they grab somebody and throw them on the ground. And it's presumed that this is Jordan, and they stick a bag over his head and they cut off some of his fingers.
Yep.
Which in like there's blood all over the floor. Which is probably why the video got removed from YouTube.
Yep.
And then they drag him into the back of the supermarket. And so in this video, there are actually 3 unlisted videos. So the first one of these unlisted videos is titled "The Votes Are In." So this is a video of a man, and he's in a field, and he's got a sack over his head. And in this video, the guy's on his knees, and then whoever's filming it just drives away. And the description of the video is just "Bye, Zachary." So presumably Zach has been taken to this field, dumped, and just left there.
Oh, dang it.
So there's another video in this description, which is actually an unlisted video on the Found Me YouTube channel, which has now been renamed to This Is Kate. And in this video, there's a woman holding up a piece of paper with the horny boy on it.
Horny
And
boy?
They say the phrase, "Hello, drips," and then the screen goes all red. So going back to the first video, the second unlisted video in that video is called "I Like It When They Crawl." And this is a video from security footage on the tram and that Marcus was on. And it's just a video of Marcus falling out of his seat after he gets stabbed. And he's dragging himself off the tram and bleeding all over the fucking place. And there's another link in this video's description. And this is really similar to the last video with the lady holding up the sign that says "Hello, drips," but this time it's a man. And then the third unlisted video is called "Real Friends." And this is a video of Al, who is Ash's friend that we've mentioned a couple of times, who watched the C2FEXE stuff with her. And there's someone standing outside of a bathroom stall, and they're just waiting on her to come out. And when she walks out, she's like super startled that this person is standing there. And all she says is, "I did what you asked me to do. I'm done." And then there's another video in the description of this video. And this one, you've heard us make reference to a couple of times. And it's a video that's kind of similar to the other 2 videos with people holding up the horny boy, but it's a dude with a really long beard standing in front of a green screen, and he's holding up the same symbol, and he just goes, "Hello, drips," and then he laughs for like a minute straight.
Hello, drips. It's drips again.
"Hello, drips."
Terrifying at all.
So that's all these unlisted videos. Now, the next clue in this puzzle comes from taking the 3 unlisted videos that were linked in the first video that I mentioned, taking their audio, smashing them together into one audio file, and then running a spectrogram on that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So if you do that, you get a link to another YouTube video. And this one is called "A Friendly Conversation." So this is very similar to the Marcus videos that we've seen before, but it doesn't have any audio. It's just a video of Marcus sitting on the tram, and it's taken from the perspective of the person sitting across from him. And he's obviously distressed, and the person is talking to him, but you don't know what they're saying, and then they take out the knife and stab him. And the extra bit of information that we get here is the description of this video, and it says, "Hi, Marcus, give me your phone. We're outside Ash's place right now. Hand me the phone. You're a good brother. This isn't our stop. We've been on this tram with you every night. We've been following you, your family, and your friends."
Oh.
Which, super fucking ominous.
Oh.
I hate that.
So then we get, in the same description, we get some more drip speak, which decodes to "watch closely." And also, hidden within this video is a link to a 3D model on Sketchfab, which is like a share for 3D models. So now we've got fucking, not only do we have Bandcamp links,
CAD's a part of it.
now we've got fucking 3D models on Sketchfab. And the description of the model has some more drip speak in it. If you decode it, it says "stick her back together." Now, after that, there's a long series of more clues that I'm just not going to get into because the solutions to them are super important. And I'm going to spare everybody that time because it's more of this does this, and this, and this. And then if you decode this, and then the wingdings.
Yep.
So,
Hey, man, leave the wingdings alone, all right?
They never did anything
Yeah.
to you.
yeah, the long and short of this is that if you do all that shit, you find a link to a password protected Tumblr page.
Ooh.
And the password to that Tumblr page is crucifixion. And when you get into it, there's 4 videos on this Tumblr page, and it's just some glitchy, awful sounding videos that are basically just images of heavily mutilated bodies. It's just dead bodies laying on the floor, and they're all cut up and bleeding all over the place. There's not really any more information that you get from this. It's just straight up for the creep factor. So meanwhile, while all this is going on, back on the Stingray Bandcamp, a new track gets uploaded, and it's called Like a Normal Person. And in the audio, you hear a voicemail greeting from a woman whose name is Kate. And it's followed by someone else leaving her a voicemail. And they ask Kate why she hasn't been answering her phone. And then they tell her that they love her, and then they hang up. So, like I mentioned before,
Very nice.
the YouTube channel that Jason has mentioned,
Yes.
called Found Me,
Yep.
has been renamed to This Is Kate. Presumably, this is the same Kate from the voicemail message. And this YouTube channel uploads a new video called Window Shopping, which is super fucking creepy.
Yup.
And it is footage being filmed outside of a house at night through a window, and they're watching someone, which again is presumably Kate. And she's inside her house on the phone, and there's like some audio of a man asking her where she is, and then he tells her that he wants to pick her up so that they can just talk. And he asks her if she's at her mom's place, and she says she doesn't really want to answer him, and he says, "Are you there or not?" And then she like tries to just kind of get him to leave her alone. She's like, "I just need some time. I need to think things over." And she says that she's scared to be around him. And then there's like some audio footage or some audio in the background of the footage that sounds kind of like it's coming from the car, which is kind of the same as some of the other videos that we've mentioned, that says, "What are you doing? I want to see a dead bitch. She'll go back to him. They always do."
Wow.
Every time.
Well, then.
Yeah. So we got an abusive ex-boyfriend situation going on
Yeah.
with this Kate individual.
Yeah.
So there's some more drip speak in the description of this video, and it decodes into a Google Drive link, and it contains 15 PNG images and a Word document.
It's too much.
The Word document,
Huh.
Way
we can handle
way
that.
too
Word document
much.
has more drip speak in it.
Hooray.
And if you decode that, it's just a bunch of numbers. And I don't know how they figured this next part out. I have no fucking idea. But if you take those numbers from the Word document
Yep.
and you pull the frames from the She Deserved It video, like if the number's 15 and you pull the 15th frame, and there's like 20, what did I say? Yeah, there's 15 of these.
Yeah.
And if you take all those frames and stack them on top of each other, you get a link
How,
to a SoundCloud
how the
upload.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
That's
how.
too much dedication, man. I can't. I'm out.
No
I'm
idea. But it's a SoundCloud upload, and it's called "Are You There or Are You Not?" And it's basically just a clearer version of the phone call from Window Shopping. And you can hear Kate says that I don't think you should be talking to me right now. And then it's just more arguing between her and the man who's calling her. And he seems really frustrated that Kate won't let him see her. And then we find out that the guy's name is Lewis. And he tells her he loves her and then hangs up. And there's a line of drip speak in the description of this audio file that decodes to, "Oh, hey, soy. OHES0Y. And then there's some more clues that are actually hidden in the album artwork of this SoundCloud link. And it eventually leads the people in the Discord to finding an Instagram account called This Is Kate.
Whoa.
That
That's how we find it. Oh man. Hey Doug, are you ready for the behemoth of a month that is December?
I am, but I think you're giving it too much credit.
It is a behemoth of a month, but we are not going to touch on
We
the
have
things that make it.
we
that.
have TLDR'd the fuck out of
we
it.
have TLDR, the TLDR, that TLDR is the TLDR.
So you'll see why in a second here.
Yep.
So in December, all right, December 10th, the This Is Kate YouTube channel uploads a video called Hamilton the Bee.
That's on their story.
Yeah, correct.
Yep.
And now this video is what sets off a chain of events that leads to like 80 to 100 some odd fucking
It's like
clues.
128 videos, and there's like 200 something clues, and
We're not going to go over
Video
any of
one.
those.
No.
Go.
No, we're not going. We are literally not going to go over. Any
I am
of
going
those.
over one of them.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I do not give
Okay.
a fuck.
Okay.
Basically, what's going to happen is we are going to tell you what's solved from this clue dump instead of dumping the clues in your mouth. So, wow.
Pass that this way. I'll make you a toast.
Fix me up, Daddy-O. I don't know why I reverted to like the early 40s. But
Hey,
either way.
fix me up. I can go over
okay.
this YouTube channel.
You want to toast this this little monster that we have to try and fucking figure out?
Yeah, I just have to judge SCP versus SCP later, so it's fine.
The more drunk you are, the better. Cheers, Discord, and everybody else who's listening.
I would say the opposite.
All right, here we go. This is what's solved from the clue dump. At around the 5.5 hour.
Are you doing the solve?
Wow.
I'm sorry. Are you doing the solve?
Yes.
Before you do that, holy shit. You're gonna find, like we said, hundreds of goddamn clues. The one that matters
Is the one
The
that you get
most.
from the solve the dump and then you talk about it.
But this is the only way that you know how to solve that is this clue.
I'm going over all of the solved clues.
I was just going over one of the clues. Are
Pause,
you doing
pause.
Okay,
Pause.
Yeah, pause is fine.
I'm going over everything that leads up to Bangers and Mash.
Right. I was going over clue 1.1.1.1.1.1
Why?
because it says order and has a bunch of drip speak, which translates which titles are to go in what order.
But we
And
just
how we so all the letters and numbers you're about to say, this is the only way that you know how to put them in order and how you get the next link to the video that I'm going to be talking about.
It's a big cashew I just pulled from this mix.
Does that make sense?
I guess, but I talk about which videos hit which letters in the clue solve.
That's fine. All I was going to say is one of the clues literally said order and then gave drip speak for video titles, which put the videos in order.
All right, cool.
That's all I was going to say.
Do that,
That's what I
and then
figured.
I'll go over it.
Okay.
All right. That's fine.
That's fine. We didn't talk about this at all.
Yeah,
so-
I was gonna say. I was like, we literally did this on Friday.
I know. And then I found this last night, and I'm like, ooh, we have to
All right,
touch
all
on
right.
that one. So okay, we'll do a quick pause, and I will start. And I'll go over this clue real quick.
Mike's like a child waiting on his parents to stop talking to like their family friend or something.
Why are you fighting, Mom?
I'm just
45
here
minutes later.
eating my nuts.
So many jokes. Behind.
Sham wow.
All right,
Oh,
everybody
wait,
ready?
no, slap chop.
Yep.
You're gonna love my nuts.
I punched a
Everybody ready? All right, so like we said, there are just a fuckload of clues given in the month of December. We are not going to touch on pretty much any of them. I am going to touch on one that was given via tiny URL, via Snapchat video, and 4 other videos, and a cipher mixed in between. Either way, there was a URL that was
If you wanted
found.
to know what that noise is in the background, it's Mike spinning a box
Yeah.
of peanuts.
He's
Looking for specific ones where all of the almonds are at the top,
First off,
and then all of the mixed ones are at the bottom.
They're mixed nuts, and
Matt. This happens every time I try.
people
talking
who
about
make
something.
mixed nuts things put in less almonds, you pricks.
I made a
No,
meme.
the
about
almonds are
that
the best
a
part. Are you
Almonds
fucking
suck.
kidding me?
Almond
I
cash
know.
up.
The
And it
cashews are
has-
the worst part.
It's rang
Cashews are the
true
best
ever
nut.
since.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm ending it. Whatever. Go ahead, Jason.
Let's just rewind, just all the way back.
We're just gonna rewind.
We're
Okay.
gonna just go all the way to let's start back from what was it, July, August?
All right, back beginning of July. No, so there was a tiny URL that was in the description for a video that was in the description for another video that was gotten to by doing about 5.5 different ciphers, putting together a streamable link and mixing some image BB in there. Blah, 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 blah. Either way, the only clue that fucking matters for you guys to know is that this condensation of clues led to a file in somebody's Google Docs named order. And all it said was at the top order, and it was followed by 8 lines of drip speak. And it was all decoded into different names. And here's what they were: sing with me, look inside, clean hands, in your sleep, listen, follow him, outside, hello drips, and it's time. And all of these correspond to different videos that were sent in this time frame. So one thing that you can surmise from this is the order in which the videos need to be placed in for you to solve whatever puzzle is a part of this. Now, that being said, let's dispense with the other 128 clues, and let's just go on to what these clues meant.
Yeah, so
Because no.
basically I'm gonna take all of these videos and I'm gonna say I'm gonna cut out pretty much 95% of them and just give you the ones that actually matter.
Trim that fat.
So
Trim that fat.
from this clue dump, at the 5.5 hour mark in the video, listen to this while you sleep, a streamable link is shown. And in the streamable link, a short black and white video is basically shown called Found Me, in which, okay, so let me restart because this doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Oh, yeah. This is
You
the...
basically have to watch a video for 5.5 hours, and that video leads to a streamable.
5
and
hours
in-
and 26 minutes.
Yeah. And then in this streamable, there is another video called Found Me, in which a man is using semaphore flags, which if you don't know what a semaphore flag is, it's basically an encoded and like it's a man at the fucking airport, like
Have you seen
you know what I'm saying?
Mario Party game Shy Guy Says?
Yeah, it's that exactly.
There you go.
And yeah, so this guy is using semaphore flags, and then it shows the gallery of a clock time. And then in the time after time video, using those times along with the above semaphore flag clues, converting those gives you a link to a streamable with a
We're back to the signing man.
a signing savvy man.
Holy shit,
is
that's finally
saying-
relevant.
Yeah.
Yes.
The sign language that we saw before any of these videos were ever fucking found.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit just became relevant.
And all 7 of those clues lead to just a man signing RW.
Yep. Just the letters RW.
God.
That's it. That's what all of that fucking leads to.
So now, at the beginning of the video, Hello Drips, there's a lady holding a paper sign, and when slowed down and the video is viewed frame by frame, HV can be seen. And when translating that via DripSpeak, it's H parentheses V, that translates to just W. We get another video. It's called Listen to This While You Sleep. The letters O and W can be seen in this video, so we just take those as they are. The hands in the Sketchfab model shows the numbers 8 and 2, so we take those. Then opening the .fbx file for the Sketchfab model, which I did not really
Same
go
file.
over at all. And I know this is going to be confusing because I skipped over a lot of these clues,
You want me to touch on the Sketchfab file real quick?
if you want to.
That was just sent to Discord members via, I think, email. I
Is that
went
not
through
the
this.
same one that was linked in the.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same one that was linked. We now have the code for it, more or less.
Oh, like the actual
and-
file.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So in this model, it shows there are letters on each rigged bone, which leads to an IBB link, which shows the I know where she is symbol painted on a brick wall with the letter U. So we take that U. Now we get another video. This is called the Sing With Me video, and it is a SoundCloud audio, and when sped up, it is a child singing their ABCs, and the letter V has static heard over the top of it, so we know to take the V. All right? So,
Again, this is almost like 200 fucking videos of clues that people are boiling down to their basal elements, and this is what we're getting.
So I just have to stop here for a second and say, like, I do really wish that I was a part of this when it was going on,
Same.
but I am not smart enough to have done some of the things that these people had to do during this. Like, there's no fucking way. Like, I would have looked at this like string of letters and been like, I'm gonna go smoke a blunt because I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Some of
right
it's
now.
so goddamn random.
I will tell you
is.
right now, I would have backed out of this the moment I started seeing Ash Vlogs videos go up and they had the hidden videos. And I click on the hidden video, I'd have been like, huh, that's weird. I'm done here. And I'd leave. I
wanted a
wouldn't
girl
look
who
any
makes
further.
Beats with the fucking MIDI.
I just wanted to know how to make
Yeah.
beats with sounds.
I
around
wouldn't
me.
look any
They
further.
were just like, let's get a bunch of smart motherfuckers and just make this the most complicated thing ever. But all right, so that being said, getting back on track, we go to our next video. So using the letters and numbers from the listen, follow him, if you take those and put them backwards, it led you to another streamable video that was basically just someone playing one single note on a piano, and that note was F. So we know now we have F. So the Discord members struggled at this point to solve the rest of the clues. So they reached out to I Know Where She Is via email. And basically, they put out a video called Spoon Fed Video Clue, where you can see Drip Speak on the screen. And then alongside of this, there was someone with a bag over their head nodding or shaking their head to which clues the Discord had correct or incorrect. So basically, this led them to another video called Outside, where there was a bunch of Morse code that was found in the video, and that translated to X.
Oh.
Put all of that shit together, and it leads us to this.
Okay, so you remember the clue that I mentioned earlier that said order?
Order.
If you take all the clues that Doug just mentioned,
All the
and you
letters.
apply the order video that was Drip Speak, that
Basically, it told you where to put the letters
yes,
and how.
it told you to put them in this order, and you did that, and then you took the ciphers that were attached to those videos and the videos that corresponded to them, and they gave you letters in a certain order, and if you put those letters at the end of a YouTube fucking URL, it took you to a video called Bangers and Mash, which is a super upsetting headline to read when that's everything that you've just done. If I'm being honest. So after this puzzle was solved and somebody had found this unlisted video, which was on the Found Me, or later known as I Am Kate's channel, you can see a car that's driving up more streets at night, and it looks like they're driving away from the Quitpo forests, and you can actually hear one of the directions given by the robotic lady is saying to go north, so you know that's the direction they're heading, and you can hear the robot girl basically just talking in the background, and it's almost like the driver's just trying to like ignore it. And honestly, I also kind of want to know where these robotic voices are coming from.
The internet.
Oh, perfect. Mystery solved.
I just solved Ash Vlogs just like that.
But so you can hear there's a conversation between whoever's driving and this robotic AI that is essentially giving instructions or checking up on whoever this is. And the conversation that goes between them goes as follows. The AI says, "Bangers and Mash, you can't drive for shit. Did you bring a gun this time? Just be quiet. Do you miss your bitch? Say hello, or you will make us sad drips, and we will have to hurt Zachary. Frown. And you hear who we assume to be at this point as Happy Drip say hello.
And we assume that because we've heard him talk in
Yes.
a lot of Snapchat videos.
The only reason that we can infer that this is Happy Drip is that we've heard their voice before. And that's the only tying factor here. So after they confirm saying hello, we hear Robot again saying, "Does this sound familiar to you?" And then a clip of a child screaming is played. Hey, look, more screaming. So we hear that, and then we hear a I feel like it glitched out a bit. I'm not sure. This could have something to do with some cipher here. There are actually several ciphers attached to this that are not solved to this day, so who knows? But it says www.deadripkid.com/fuck you.
Not dead drip. It's dead drip kid.
Dead Drip Kid. Yeah. Deaddripkid.com/fuck you. It's almost like this
Not a
AI is
sponsor.
taunting whoever is driving. And up until now, we've kind of assumed that Happy Drip was like working with whoever is doing all of this, and like Happy Drip's been like the center of authority up until now. This video clearly shows that Happy Drip is not acting of their own volition. They are not doing any of these things because they want to do them. They are doing these things because they are being influenced by somebody. And now we are getting that somebody's voice, albeit robotic and done through text message, but somebody is instructing whoever is known as Happy Drip to do these things. And it almost seems kind of personal, but we're not exactly sure the relationship between Happy Drip and the players or whoever else is around. So after we get this deaddripkid.com/fuck you drop, whoever is driving in the car, who we assume to be Happy Drip, yells, "Shut the fuck up," and then we get more W's. And in the description, we get another clickable, streamable link that leads to a video called "The Name You Underline, I'm Hoping That It's Mine." And this is simply just some very, very fucked up, glitchy video of somebody looking through Ash's diary, I think, that was mentioned in one of her earlier videos.
It's actually not Ash's diary.
You're right. This is not Ash's diary. This is the diary that was found in the fucking the tent, right?
Yeah, and the
blue
Coop-
tarp tent with the symbol when Raka Raka went there and all that shit. This is one of the items that
We don't
hey,
actually.
guess what?
We don't know who it is right now. I mean, I know who it is right now.
We know
but
whose it is, but we don't know whose it is. But this is one of the items that fucking Danny from Raka Raka decided not to fucking disclose to us.
Gave to the police.
And he said it was just given to the police.
he turned it sideways and shoved it right up his
Right up
ass.
his dick hole.
Oh well, that. Mhm.
Right up his fucking dick hole. But that is the end of the Bangers and Mash video. And with the end of December 2018,
Oh, thank fucking God.
we are at the end of part 2 of Ash Vlogs. And we have a whole new bunch of questions that we need to answer.
This was
We
a
have so many.
2.5 hour marathon of just all
2.5
the things
hours.
Mike loves.
And we still have like,
We still have 3 episodes to go at
I was going to
least.
say minimum 2 to 3.
Minimum 3 episodes for sure.
Way
God.
boyos.
Yeah.
This,
We're fucking in it, boys.
my head hurts.
We can't stop now.
My
We've
hurts
passed the
Oh, the
Point of
threshold
no
has been
return.
passed.
So here we go, everybody. DelutiPod.com. Go there.
Mike is a broken, defeated man.
Go to DelutiPod.com. You'll find a bunch of fun stuff there, including our links to our socials. You can even see I put that fucker out there if you're on video, if you're on our YouTube, youtube.com/@DelutiPod.
Go to
Put a
the
little sign
fucking
up.
YouTube. There's cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we have Living with Rip Saw. It's a good time. My roommate, the tormentor. It's a good time.
Yeah, check out our new video. Matt smashes his face into a tub, and it's hilarious. I laughed for a solid 10 minutes.
So did we. But you can find we're at DelutiPod on just about all socials. Don't look under the internet on some of them as well. But you'll find us on like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all over the place.
Tiki-taki.
DelutiPod or Deluti.com has all that information on there. You can also go to patreon.com/DelutiPod, chuck in something or nothing, or buymeacoffee.com/DelutiPod.
It's booze.
But it's booze.
It's
just booze.
crack cocaine.
I want you to go find the nearest person named Marcus that you know.
And fart in his
Kick
butt.
him in his fart butt. Yeah.
This podcast has
kick him in his-
ruined the name Marcus for me forever.
Oh, God, yeah.
I don't even know anyone named Marcus.
Between-
Never have. Never
Between
will.
Marcus and Corbin, if I meet anyone named either of those things, I'm instantly
Yo,
just,
if you name
fuck
your
you.
child Corbin, you are just terrible.
You deserve every disease coming to
I'm
you.
going to bully you.
I will fight your mom.
Doug, do you have something for the people?
Yeah, I mean, if you were to put your peen and your bean together in like sort of a fusion fashion, make a dish called
Fusion?
peenie weenies. Eat them, serve them,
a
and
sponsor.
yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Moot, do you have something for the people?
This has been something. I can't think of anything. Right
I
now,
don't
so I'm
blame
just
you.
gonna go
My
with my
brain
tried and true,
hurts.
Be good to yourself, be good to other people, and check us out next week where we're gonna do this all over again.
Oh, boy.
More of this.
Jason, what do you have?
I mean, obviously, and actually, if you guys pay attention and you read between the lines, especially if you're doing your homework for next week,
Don't.
stay paranoid is something that you should be looking for in the next edition of Ash Vlogs. And there are many reasons why, but that phrase specifically, look for that.
That's the one.
Stay
Yeah, it is.
pee pee poo poos.
Pee pee poo poo in your poppy.
Pee pee poop poop.
Bye, everybody.
We love you.
We love you.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Janine.
Hi, other dad.
I love you.
Recording
Janine.
is over.
Don't look under the internet.